headphones are not plugged in properly, and by that I mean my speaker system, because my headphones are plugged into my speaker system jack thing. How is everybody doing? Andoing, thank you so much for the lurk. I hope you're doing well. Oh, it's been a weird week. I'm sorry it's such a late one too. Didn't want to leave it too late. I was hoping Watered would be back because he's out this evening and he's my main, well, he's my main moderator and Doink is also a moderator. But I'm mainly streaming tonight actually just to go over all the decisions I've made recently in regards to the channel. So which I kind of leave my moderator here to be, and also Toby is here being very, honestly, kind of annoying. But that's just Toby in a nutshell. He's very cute though. He's cute in... No, he's annoying in a cute way, not cute in an annoying way. And I neglected to actually set up his cat cam for no good reason. Just cause. Just cause. He's about. He's being very cute. Indeed. What is he? Doesn't matter where he went. He's here somewhere. He'll show up. He always does. I apologize. I'm quite tired. Although I will say that my symptoms have actually been better, which is good. Because it really wasn't looking great for a while there. I will leave off most of the channel discussion until later. Yeah. Yes, thank you, Toby, for that incredible insight. It's my cat, ladies and gentlemen. If he can make himself heard, he absolutely will. It's always around this time of evening, mostly because it's almost time for his final feed of the night. And if I'm up past 9 o'clock, he gets a bit testy, and I plan on being up past 9 o'clock today. Ah, beg your pardon, I am a little scatterbrained. But yeah, I'm on new meds, which is good. They actually work. I was actually quite afraid to start taking them because I've kind of had hit or miss experiences with medication, just generally. I actually took the first pill out and then immediately put it back down again, so I was like, I don't want to. And I was like, fuck it, I won't know if I don't try. So, made me a bit woozy, but... no bad reactions. I have to take them with food though, which is a little annoying, so I've had to shift around my schedule a little bit, which again I will get to. I don't know. If you are new here, you will soon learn that I rarely know what I'm talking about, or what I'm going to talk about, or where I'm going just in general. And a fair amount happened the last... I actually can't remember the last time I actually streamed. It was a while ago. Maybe last Wednesday? But things have just been kind of shit lately. I've not been feeling very well at all. Mostly because my back, because I pointlessly carried that big bag of cat litter home that one time like a month ago when I didn't have to. I could have just tacked it on to the end of my Tesco home delivery, which I absolutely should have done, and will do from now on. I actually did order my Tesco delivery today and I put a bag on, so I ran out. I did manage to get housework done this week, which is really good. But yeah, I'm never carrying a bag of cat litter back here again. Not up those 3 flights of stairs, because that really did me in, and that's what's, like... Honestly, I think, like, fibro I can probably handle. Chronic fatigue I've been handling for years. But an actual injury I've done myself to my back... It's hell. You don't know what to do. You think, oh, I should get exercise, but then you might strain something even further. You might... exhaust yourself because chronic fatigue's a real bitch. You might, as I did, cause other problems. As it turns out that sitting in one position with or without a hot water bottle pressed against your sore back for several hours is not a great plan. And if any of you have done that, you probably know what the result was. And while I'm not the one to shy away from certain yucky details, I won't go into it because it's past now. It's past. It's done. It's in the past. You got to put your behind in the past. That's what Mufasa said. Those are all. That's wrong. Pumbaa said that. And Timon. I know my Lion King details. The past is the past, exactly. I swear, sometimes I do actually make sense. But today is not one of those days. Maybe. Hopefully not. I feel like I'm going down a road that I cannot turn back from with my bullshit. Oh dear, I'm just talking a whole lot of shit. But the good news is that I'm actually doing much better, which is great because it was pretty touch and go. And I did an e-consult on Friday, which for those of you who don't know is a fancy fandangled form, online form that you have to fill in if you want to talk to a doctor where I live now, because actually getting an appointment is virtually nil. So I filled in one of those, and I didn't even get an appointment from it. They just emailed me on Monday and said that I needed to shower twice a day with like the hot spray aimed at my lower back where the pain was. And I'm just like, bitch, do you want me to shrivel up? My skin will just peel off. You're not meant to shower. You are meant to shower. Well, you're meant to bathe. You are not meant to shower even like every day. It's meant to be like every couple of days because you're just scrubbing off all your natural oils if you're doing it every day. If you're doing it twice a day, fuck natural skin growth and healing. I did actually try. I tried to do it twice a day and I was just like, this is stupid. I don't like bathing at the best of times because I'm a lazy fucker. But twice a day is it's stupid. No, I'm not doing it. But my mum actually managed to get me an appointment on Monday, which is really good. Unrelated to my back pain, actually. It was more about fibre management, which I desperately needed. Because things have been fucking miserable lately. Just miserable. Because when you're in pain, you're exhausted, and you have a bad back, and you have the other thing that I'm not going to mention because it's not very nice to talk about. I was not having a very good time. I couldn't really move. I couldn't carry anything. My foot still hurts, by the way. It was not a very good time. And I went to my parents' place again on Saturday, and for the third or fourth time this year, I had to go home early because I wasn't feeling well. I don't like that. I don't like the fact that I'm back to a point in my life where I am just unwell, like, most of the time. I was pretty happily convinced that those days were behind me. And granted, they are now caused by something completely different to what they were being caused by before. But I don't think that makes it better. Hi, Tobes. You always know how to brighten up my day. Do not sit on my spark pad. Do not sit on my... No. No sitting on the spark pad. Thank you. It wouldn't be a problem, except the buttons on that it's annoying, actually. That's the thing I don't like about the spark pad, is that some of the buttons are matched up to, like, actual keyboard buttons, like Shift, like the Windows key, stuff like that. So if he presses stuff on the spark pad, he's pressing stuff on my keyboard, and he's already pressed enough buttons on my keyboard that every time I click on things now, even things that are not, something you can edit, I get the flashing line like you get in a Word document next to it, and I'm just like, Toby, what did you do? Toby? Oh, you're so cute, I can't be mad at you. He's too cute, and he's fine. Like, he's in such good health. He's a happy, healthy boy. Very cute, and still very cuddly, and very playful. It's just me who's the absolute mess. Yay! For messes. Some messes are great. I've actually, stopped being quite so particular. Because I usually keep my place in, pretty tip-top condition, but honestly, it's exhausting to do that when you're not feeling well, so it's just fuck it doesn't actually matter. I don't have to, perfectly stack my plates by the sink before I wash them. I don't have to, perfectly stack things on the draining board after I wash them. I don't have to necessarily fit all my new DVDs on my shelf in the right place right now, because honestly, I cannot be asked. I did get a couple new DVDs lately. One was the Les Miserables BBC miniseries, the one that is not a musical. And it was okay. It was definitely like, I don't know if it was better than the movie, but I think it was like, it was different. And it like explained more, which was good. And it also like made a bit more sense because it had more time to actually like establish itself. Hey Toby, once again, hello, how are you? What can I do you for? Charming man, distinguished gentleman, Esquire, Tobias Diego, the cutest boy in the world. Oh yes, very cute, very handsome. Observe. Look at that man. Oh my goodness, what a cute boy. You just got his fluff. His fluff can be enough though. That rhymed. I would say for the Les Miserables miniseries, the music was not good. Like, it was like they were trying to, like, detach itself so far from the musical that they didn't even bother, like, putting that much effort into the soundtrack. There were no standout pieces. I'd actually even go so far as to say that some of the music was outright kind of crap. Almost lazy. Which was a bit of a shame, because it's... If the same effort had been put in as was put in for the War and Peace soundtrack, because hot damn is that soundtrack incredible, that would have been better. It's not like the subject matter of Les Miserables is lesser because it's not a musical. No. If anything, I'd say, I don't know that it was more. I don't know. It's weird. That's the thing. I don't want to compare the two because they are like two separate beasts. But I had many problems with the musical. Mostly that Hugh Jackman, like, I know they, like, I think, like, didn't studio record any of the music. They all sung it on set. And I cannot get Hugh Jackman's dumbass, out of tune, singing voice out of my head. And also, Jean Valjean, movie or book or miniseries, it's a fucking idiot. Fucking idiot. Well, it made more sense in the series why Javert had, like, such a bug up his ass about Jean Valjean, because in the series, like, he did so much worse than stealing a loaf of bread. Like, Fontaine's character was, like, explained better. And I don't know, this is just personal for me, but there's a part of me that's just kind of sick of Anne Hathaway. Like, there's nothing overtly wrong with her, but I just feel like I'm seeing her everywhere, and I just can't be asked. That's more personal, though. Because Lily Collins proved with the series that she can actually act. Whereas anything else I've seen her in has been kind of bleh. Just a whole load of bleh. But she was good as Fontaine. And the thing I didn't actually... that was thrown into sharp relief about the miniseries versus the film is that in the film, the Thénardiers are, like, portrayed as comic relief. Yes, they are awful people, but they're portrayed as comic relief. Whereas really, they were just absolutely fucking awful people. Like, awful people. Abusive, greedy, evil assholes. Very, very well portrayed by Adil Akhtar and Olivia Colman, because damn. And I'm going to say it was weird seeing Joseph Quinn, who, if y'all don't know and if you haven't seen it, watch Stranger Things 4, because he was Eddie in that. He was fantastic in that. And then in Les Miserables, he was... I don't know how to say the name. I thought I did, but I think I've been saying the J wrong. Enjolras? Enjolras? I don't know. The leader of the revolution, basically, at the ABC cafe. He was really, really good. Two completely different characters. And I've only seen him in those two roles, but they were standout. He's really good. I've also been watching and reading a fair amount of Sherlock Holmes stuff. I can't even remember why I decided to borrow my mum's copy of The Hound of the Baskervilles, but I did. And I also borrowed my dad's box set of the Jeremy Brett, David Burke series for the Sherlock Holmes stories. And that's also really good. And then because I was reading Hound of the Baskervilles, I went and picked up the 2002 Richard Roxburgh adaptation. And honestly, I watched it today. Shouldn't have done. I watched it pretty much immediately after I finished reading the book. And I was just like, even if they do make changes, it's fine. No, that film was pretty stupid. Like it was like an over dramatization. Like it changed so much for no good reason, and it was just kind of dumb. But also, John Nettles was absolutely superb, as was Richard E. Grant. But then Richard E. Grant has always been capable of playing a creepy fucker, so did that very well. Ian Hart's Watson was kind of bland and didn't really seem to have much of a character until towards the end, and then didn't make much sense. And Richard Roxburgh, he's an enigma. He's a weird guy who's only had like a handful of film roles, and he's always played weird guys. He was What's-His-Face's right-hand man in Mission Impossible 2. He was the Duke in Moulin Rouge. Creepy fucker. He was Dracula in the dumbass Hugh Jackman Van Helsing movie, which I still kind of really enjoy. It's entirely stupid, but it's fun. It's fun. He was the bad guy in The League of Extraordinary Gentlemen, which was also a dumb movie. I don't think what else I've seen him in. But also, his Sherlock Holmes was kind of shit. He just seemed like a straight up asshole. And I know that's kind of par for the course with Sherlock Holmes, but I feel like he was just an unreasonable asshole in that adaptation. But John Nettles was great. But then John Nettles is always great. Who else was in that? Oh yeah, the thing I like most about... I watched that adaptation of The Hound of the Baskervilles when it first came out, which was in 2002. So I would have been 8. And it was terrifying for 8-year-old me, but exhilarating. I thought it was fantastic. And now I can sort of see why, because the atmosphere that it builds and the sound design is really, really good. Like, really good. It's still shit, though. It's still dumb. It changed so much that it needs to change. I look forward to the one with Jeremy Brett. Jeremy Brett, Sherlock Holmes, is, like amazing. I love it. He's sort of, like, equal parts self-important asshole and gentleman, which is as it should be, really. But yeah, the 2002 Hound of the Baskervilles was just, like, needlessly action-focused. Like, for some reason I had Sherlock Holmes beat up the guy who drove the cab that was, like, ferrying Richard E. Grant around, when before he just, like, asked to see him and questioned him. But no, he beat him up in this one. I'm just like, why are you doing that? Also, I feel like it weighed too heavily on the fact that he took drugs, but the thing is, he only took drugs when he didn't have a case, not in the middle of a case. Or maybe I'm not particularly well informed on that, but it just seemed like it was focusing too much on the fact that, yeah, he also, like, does cocaine sometimes. I think what annoyed me is that Watson didn't say anything. He's a fucking doctor and he was watching his friends shoot up, like, heroin or something, and he was just like, eh. And then Sherlock slammed the door in his face, and I'm just like, that's not right. That's not right. But yes, Toby on top of my mouse wire, but who cares, because you're adorable. He has very glowy eyes. Like, more than any other cat I've had, he has very glowy eyes. Or maybe I just have too many lights. That might also be the thing. Can you see him? Here's the cute one. There. Well, you can see that he's breathing. Very handsome boy. Very handsome indeed. Because I actually started so late tonight, I'll have to feed him quite soon. But that shouldn't be any problem. That shouldn't be any bother. I'm tired. I'm still tired and my back still hurts a little bit. But I managed to get myself this handy dandy neck cushion, which honestly looks bloody stupid and isn't actually that comfortable when I'm wearing headphones. So, fun. Tired is indeed a way of life. It would be nice if it wasn't, but it is. So, we just have to deal with the hand that is dealt us. Oh, what a cute boy. Where'd you... Seriously, Toby, where'd you get off from being this adorable? Handsome cat. Handsome indeed. think I might just get on with my announcements anyway. So I don't think there are many of them, and it almost certainly not take me as much time as I think it will. I don't know. I will first off say, I'm not sure if I'm streaming this Sunday. I probably will be, but then I feel like I'm not sure is kind of par for the course with most of my streaming schedule at the moment. But it's because it's a friend of mine's birthday on Saturday. So I'd rather not miss it if at all possible, but that might mean I will be absolutely exhausted the next day, but we shall see. It's almost October, which is crazy. And we will be doing some scary games next month. In fact, I plan on only playing scary games next month. Whether or not I'll actually make it very far into any of them is neither here nor there. Or rather, remains to be seen. Because I can be a bit of a bitch with scary games. It does depend on the scary game. If it is just a walking simulator with jump scares, or just a general spooky atmosphere, I'll probably be okay. But if it's anything more, then my brain will probably just seize up from fright and not be able to actually do anything. Particularly if there are puzzles involved. Toby, get your paw off the left button of my mouse. He refuses. Oh, but she's so cute. You could do anything. Almost anything. Well, to be honest, he bit my hands yesterday. Like, he just, grabbed it, bit it, held it, heard it, didn't let go, and I'm just like, this is fine. Toby, really? Really? Hi. Why? Toby, why? Must you? Toby. He's just... Toby. Not here. If you're gonna clean yourself... Are you proud of yourself, hmm? It certainly looks it. Toby. The Adventures of Tobes. The Miraculous. Mm-hmm. Hi. This is a very handsome, spotty boy. With his stripy legs. They make him go faster. Toby, are you hungry? Yes. If I say the word hungry, he immediately just goes, yes, what? Food? Do you want some food? Yeah, food works too. It is 7 minutes, Toby. Toby. Toby.
Sticking around when things go bad.
Hello, Waters.
Welcome home.
How you doing, pal? Toby is being his usual charming self. 20 months, that's fucking crazy. Hey, Candle, how you doing? This is a very cute boy. What are you doing, man? It is almost time to feed him. But yeah. Are you gonna sit or are you gonna... Nope, he's gonna leave. He's hungry. Hungry? Yeah, definitely hungry. My feet are going numb. Oh, my feet are numb. Ugh. Yeah, the good news is my medication is working. At least as far as I can tell. It hasn't made me feel worse. Toby! That's not a toy! It's the bookmark. It's the bookmark. I'm very tired. That hasn't changed. I'm still tired. But my back is getting better. So the doctor's on Monday. And so my mum was able to get me an appointment. She have to call at 8 o'clock in the morning, which for me is not really possible. So my mum was kind enough to do it for me. And I saw a brand new doctor because the guy who diagnosed me is no longer with the practice. Also, yeah, it happens. Doctors come and go. But, thanks, Tobes. But the new one I saw was like super nice, super supportive, and she was the one who kept saying I need to be kind to myself, and I was just like, I don't actually know what that means. And then I realised I did know what it means, and I was like, yeah, that's not really going to help. So I'm already being kind to myself. Every single time I have a horrible thought, like, oh, I should be doing this, my brain's just like, no, you should be, like, trying to get well. And I'm just like, yeah, I got this. But it doesn't actually make a difference if you're super depressed and you don't actually find enjoyment in the things that you usually do. So, depression, man, it kicks your ass, and it doesn't care if you're being kind to yourself. It really, really doesn't. Good news is, I have the cutest cat in the world. And he cheers me up just by being alive. Why did I say it like that? That's just made me really sad. But you're a cute little 2-year-old boy who's perfectly healthy and perfectly... I love him so much. Especially on the public sector, doctors have massive exchange rates, a problem, sure. Yeah, as mentioned around here, getting an appointment's damn near impossible. I only go on with mum because... One, she's new, so she's not in high demand. Not my mum.
Look at this distinguished gentleman. Look at the way he is sitting. Yes, very distinguished. I see.
He is very antsy for his food, but it's 4 minutes. Also, thank you, Watered, for that redeem. I hope you had a good evening, by the way. In fact, I hope you're all having a good evening, but Watered actually went somewhere. Not that you guys didn't go somewhere. I mean, he told me he was going somewhere, so... Point of something. I'm tired. I did, as I say, manage to actually properly shower today, and I got dressed and I changed Toby's litter, so I'm able to do housework again, which is really good. You might have just got in. Fair enough. Don't worry, you're not missing anything. I'm just recapping stuff. But yeah, I've been put on naproxen. It's in the other room, so I can't remember what it says. I also might have had a few drinkies. I actually don't know if I'm able to drink anymore on my new... Look at that fancy hair, so fancy. It's pretty good, isn't it? I did a proper wash today, scrubbed myself down, although I have definitely given up shaving anything, because I just cannot be fucking bothered. Also, hello Vixie, how you doing? And I'm not even wearing makeup today, I'm just wearing tinted moisturiser. It's just so much easier to put on. But yeah, I'm feeling actually very good today. My last good day was last Wednesday, because the day after that my back threw itself out again, and it only just stopped hurting, yesterday. I look very cozy. Yeah, I mean, it's autumn, so I'm in my jumper, my cozy jumper phase. I've also gotten rid of all my small jumpers, except my nice cropped yellow hoodie, because I love that damn thing. But I am now investing only in large, cozy, oversized jumpers, because I feel like they just look better on me, and they are just cozier on the whole. However, my sheep one, I gave back to my mother, because I feel like letting that one go into the wild, it's a disservice, because my sister owned that jumper, my mum's owned it, I've owned it. I am mostly having a good day. I am making myself take it easy. Soon. 2 minutes. I will have to feed him soon. Hello. Cute boy. Just move the keyboard a little bit. The meow. Oh my goodness, why are you so cute? I'll leave off my announcements, which I do have several of, until after I've fed the Tobes. Oh my goodness, why are you so handsome, hey? How did I look out and get the cutest boy in the world? Hey, how did I get you?
Look at this distinguished gentleman. Look at the way he is sitting.
He is very
distinguished.
Here. Usually he's just sort of fucking about, but he's been very much on camera, to the point where he was actually cleaning himself in front of the camera with his leg stuck up, so right in front of my face. So I was like, hello. Hello, beautiful. My beautiful boy. Cute. Very cute. I keep not being able to figure out which way to comb this. It's annoying me. Something about my parents will always annoy me, sadly. It's just... I don't know. It's just I don't know, it's just something. But yeah, I'm trying to get out on a walk at least once a day. Welcome to owning hair, indeed. The last 3 days, my walks have been entirely to actually suit a purpose, which meant I actually knackered myself on Monday. I will continue this story shortly, but first I must feed the man. I have returned. It does not take long to feed the toads, luckily. Although, because of this, and my door's still open, and I couldn't be bothered taking down the cat camp because that's on the door, he will be back in here, making havoc. Probably in, like, very soon. He takes, like, 3 bites. He, like, nags me for a good hour before his evening meal, then takes 3 to 5 bites and comes in here to nag me some more. Probably because I'm up past my bedtime, which is technically 9 p.m. Technically, it depends on the day. If I'm streaming, not really. Usually I don't stop until after 9 p.m, especially today, considering we only started half an hour ago. I'm breathless. But yeah, I kind of done goofed on Monday because I had the doctors at 3:15 and thought, I'm bored. I'm going to go out and run some errands. And that was mostly finally picking up a copy of the book of Les Miserables, because I technically do own one already, but it's up at my parents' house and my dad is not even halfway through it. So I figure, honestly, I probably won't even read the copy that I have now until he's finished with the one that he's got up there, because we read at kind of the same rate. But I like the fact that I actually have it. If I do want to start reading it, it's there. It is very long. It's like 1,500 pages. That's a lot of pages. But yeah, I picked that up. It's a big book, so it's heavy. And my back was still playing up. And then I thought, I'm going to go to Tesco and get that goat cheese because it's the only place that sells it. And while I'm there, I realised, oh, they don't sell it anymore. I don't get goat cheese anymore. And they say it might be because they're just clearing some of the shelves to get in the Christmas stock. Or they might have just straight up stopped selling it, which is really sad. Because it's really good cheese and it's the only, like, hard block of goat cheese that I can grate on things like pizza and nachos, because have you ever tried having nachos without cheese? I haven't, and I don't want to start. I do not want to start having nachos without cheese. So I have 2 boxes of nachos in my cupboard right now that I can't fucking do anything with for at least, they said check back in like 10 to 12 weeks. And that's only, that's a might at best. So it would be a travesty. It's good fucking cheese. I need that cheese, damn it. I need that cheese. I need it. It is such good goat cheese too. Sometimes if I'm hungry, like, late at night, I'll just have a block of it. Such a good snack. So filling, so tummy, so yummy. So tummy. So tummy. So yummy that it fills my tummy. Or at least just scratches that itch of being hungry at like midnight for some reason. To be honest, I do get hungry quite late at night. I literally had a burger with nacho cheese tonight. Nice. Of course, this isn't nacho cheese. It's just goat cheese that I put on nachos. But same thing in spirit, really. Oh, I'm breathless. But that's because I talk very quickly. I actually said that to the doctor on Monday because I was just like, I'm sorry, I'm talking too fast. And she was like, don't apologise for that. It's a quirk. Nobody should have to apologise for just being who they are. And if you talk fast, you talk fast. It's fine. But yeah, after doing all that, getting Les Mis and then picking up some snacks from Tesco that weren't cheese, I'd properly knackered myself and my back was killing me. So I had to take a fucking taxi up to the doctor's and back. Fun. And I think what got me is that I was quite distressed when I got there, talking about how depressed I was. I didn't cry though, but she offered me a tissue anyway, and I was just like, I'm not crying. It's fine. No, it's fine. I was more just stressed. As there have been moments where I've just been like a part of my brain has just gone, you know, it probably would be easier if you were dead, and I'm just like, oh, shut the fuck up, brain. That is not helpful. Bloody hell!
Well, there is now.
Bloody hell! What it? Bloody hell! Thank you, pal. You just got a gift sub from the ridiculously generous warted animal. Welcome. I hope you enjoy your emotes. They're not great, but they are ours. And at some point we will be redrawing them all in paint. Oh dear, what a shock. Shut up. But yeah, things have been weird lately. But like, kind of normal weird for somebody who just got lumped with fibromyalgia diagnosis, so yeah. But I've been doing my best to just focus on the positives, which are, I can still stream. Hello, I am here. I'm not actually grievously ill. Something I have to keep reminding myself is that even though I do have fibro, the blood test came back negative. So I don't have anything else, and that's good. I don't have early onset arthritis, which is great. I think I would hate that because it would mean I wouldn't actually be able to hold a pen anymore. And I don't want to think about that because I'm already not writing a lot. And I will get back to it. I will. That is another positive. Like, I saw something today that was just like... I'll actually see if I can find it. I think it was on Tumblr. Or maybe it was Instagram, which means I'll never find it again. It was, basically saying that you don't have to do anything if you don't want to. You don't have to keep a journal if you don't want to. You don't have to, create art right now if you don't want to. Or if you're not feeling up to it or whatever. It's basically just a cop-out of life, which is great, because we need some of those sometimes. Just like the freedom to do whatever. I'm a tired person, but that is normal. My hearing's been weirdly sensitive lately, which I think might be connected to the sensitive eyes and the headaches. But then naproxen, and I've been taking omeprazole, I'm probably pronouncing that wrong, as well. Quick question, could you actually see any of what was blurred on the back of that? Was it at all in focus for any amount of time? Good. Well, the thing, even if it was, like, the small print, it's only really actually my full name, which is fine. But yeah, apparently naproxen can do fucked up stuff to your stomach, so gastro-resistant capsules. You didn't see anything. Fantastic. Even if you did, doesn't actually fucking matter. As long as it doesn't have my home address. Not that it's, let's face it, me occasionally doxing my whole entire home address, this is going to become a staple of my channel. That'll just happen on occasion. I will try not to. I was looking at something else at the time. Let's just go with that. It's fine. There is a small cat here who is not that small anymore, and he doesn't actually appear on my camera. No. He's here. You'll just have to believe me. He's cute. Oh look, there he is. Boop. Get your butt out of here. Oh, Tobe, she's so cute. He's very cute. Okay, so changes, announcements and such. In regards to the last time I streamed, which was the Have a Nice Death stream, which turned out not to be that great, I think if it's been literal months since I last played a game and I've had no desire to play it in the interim, I think we can safely say that that game is done. We're good with it. Because I did not enjoy playing that game again. And lesson learned. That's like the least of it. The rest of it is my seasonal schedules have been scrapped, because as much as I would like to stream a lot depending on the time of year, I don't think that's realistic. So we're going back to basics, guys. We're going back to my old schedule, the first one I started, which is Tuesdays and Thursdays and Sundays at the original time of 7 p.m. Mostly because, the fact is 7 p.m, mostly because to actually fit in my new medication, I have to switch my meal schedule back up. So I will be eating at 6 p.m. and taking painkillers. Not very strong painkillers, but painkillers. So, because you have to eat them on a full stomach. So yeah, back to Tuesday, Thursday, Sunday at 7 p.m. And I think we'll probably start that. Not sure entirely when. It'll be at the latest in November. I think for now we'll probably stick with Wednesday, Sunday at 7:30 something or other. I'm confusing myself. I did actually take the liberty, if you will scroll down to below the stream, to actually update the schedule thing. So, if anybody is ever wondering when I might be live, in the near future, if not right now, well, although I am live right now, forget I said that, that will be a pretty good indicator. And of course it details the kind of games that we're playing, because I don't want to go back to like doing weekly schedules where I try and pick which game we're going to play on the day, but that will be the kind of games that we'll play on the day, or at least we'll try to. It's not rigid. And I think I did put in that it's subject to change. Can't remember. Cozy. I'm just trying to be more cozy as well, because it's been raining basically non-stop for the last 3 days and it hasn't bothered me at all. I actually kind of love it. I hear people complaining about it all the time, and I'm just like, are you kidding me? Rain is great. It's such a nice sound. Speaking of which, I'm pretty sure I still have those rain sounds saved. That. If I can find it. That Vixley linked us that one time, because it goes on in the background. So I'm not sure it's raining here right now. Oh, but finding it's going to be annoying. Doing alright there, Tobes. Oh, he's playing with the fish. He's playing with the fish. There it is. That's nice. But yeah, more announcements. The only other thing I could think of that I might do. Yeah, Tobes is very cute, and sadly I neglected to actually set up the cat cam, so... wish I'd thought of that, and the annoying thing is I absolutely had time to do it. I was just like, I'll just watch Sherlock Holmes instead, and one of the episodes was dead creepy. It was real creepy. It was I don't know if any of y'all have seen the original Sherlock Holmes. I don't know if it's the actually original one, but the one with Jeremy Brett. It was the episode with Joss Ackland and a very young Natasha Richardson, and it was just bloody creepy. Something about Joss Ackland, he can play creepy people quite well. I semi-watched it whilst reading this. This is actually really good. I need to see the film again. I haven't seen it since I was a kid. It's good. But yeah, I got myself a nice little snack. I've been eating these Nairn's little gluten-free, dairy-free biscuits. They're really nice. They are a bit loud on a microphone. But yeah, the only other thing I could think of that I might do, at least temporarily, is go camless. Because actually, like, making an effort is quite difficult. Today I've managed because today's actually been a remarkably good day, and it might continue to be now that I'm on the painkillers. But it's just like, just in case, there will be times when there will be no face cam. But not today. Today I'm okay. Oh. I'm not sure I'll be drinking on Saturday night when I go to my friend's party, which will certainly help with my state the next day. But the next day is the first day of October, if I'm not mistaken. It is. So what I might do, for anybody in chat who is at all interested, I might let you guys pick which scary game we play first. Best piece from the soundtrack I've ever done this. So I think on Sundays I was going to do like a big game. Don't know how far we'll go with it. It's good to have that as a backup, and the streaming in Discord you've done recently shows it's not necessary to be on cam. Very true. It's been great streaming in Discord. Those of you who don't know, the last couple of weeks have been a bit bleh, as you might imagine. So I've been like streaming Strange Horticulture in the Discord, and it's been great. We played it on the channel before, so granted, first time I played it, I did terribly, but this time it was really fun, and it's just a really nice chill game. And you'd like to potentially join us for any of those future random game streams on the Discord, you're more than welcome to join. It's a very quiet Discord. Not a lot happens. But sometimes something does happen, which is about as a glowing recommendation as I can give it. We did. I mean, last time we eventually died because I forgot where I was going, went to the wrong place, and yeah. If you'd like to join our Discord, you don't have to like tits, but if you do like tits, that's cool too. The link is right there. Okay. So 1st of October is the Sunday. That is a streaming day. I would like to stream if I possibly can on that day. Might still hold to at least mostly to the schedule down there, although I may switch out roguelikes for like demos or something, because I do have a couple of demos that we can play. But I also think that for October we're probably not actually doing that schedule at all. We'll just stick to Wednesday, Sunday. Which I think would actually be easier, but I don't want to exhaust all of my scary games in like one Halloween month. But for this Sunday, should we actually leave it and do the vote on Sunday? I think we probably should. But to give you a little taste, the games that we might be playing that will be in the poll for what we will play, I'll have them all installed ready, so we won't have to wait around. But Amnesia: The Dark Descent, which I have played a little bit of, and those videos are actually on my channel. Not streamed, just recorded before I even started streaming. A very long time ago. I did not play an awful lot because I'm a big old scaredy cat. The original Dead Space. I played that before too, but a very long time ago, and I did not get far, and there is no evidence of it. Little Nightmares, which I don't think I could ever finish because I would find it too stressful, but I would like to give it a shot because it is a fantastic game. And I'm thinking Soma. So they'd be the 4 in the poll that we could play this Sunday. Same for you with Dead Space. Excuse me. Well, maybe we can all just scare ourselves all the way through it on stream. Who knows? What else? And I'm thinking, if I can potentially rope Kiki into it, we could do a community thing and play Phasmo on stream some night. I think that would be good. If we can get some people in the voice chat and Discord, we can play Phasmo. I think that would be good. And I do have a bunch of other just random games that I actually don't remember what half of them are. But I've got the Mortuary Assistant and They Are Here demo. The demos for those two. Had them for ages. Mortuary Assistant is gonna freak me out. I've seen a bunch of people play that. It's really, really good, and I love it all, but it's gonna freak me the fuck out. Also, I have Oxenfree, which I'm not entirely sure counts as a scary game, but I did find it deeply unsettling. What else? I've got a game called Dagon. No, it's a visual novel. Interesting. I've also been looking at The Shore. I don't own that one yet, but I thought I might. Betrayer? I did play a little bit of this a long time ago, and again, I think it's more unsettling than outright scary. I don't know what this is. I don't know what half of this stuff is. Oh, why do I own this? Why do I own this? It's a puzzle game. It's got the horror tag on it, but it doesn't look scary. I think that was a Jingle Jam one. It's Aporia Beyond the Valley. I vaguely remember. Yeah, I think OC and Booth played that, and I watched a bit of it. Oxenfree 100% counts as spoof for Jason. I think so. I love it though. It's one of those existential. I love it. It's fantastic. And it's also like very story heavy and very character driven, and I love that about it too. I don't know what Desolate is, but I've got that. I think that was a Jingle Jam one as well. Now, open world survival horror, zombies in action. Oh, fun. I don't love any of those things. Why do I own that? I still have yet to play it myself. I haven't played Oxenfree either. I watched Jesse play that. Jesse Cox, he loves that game. I also have Fishing Vacation, which I saw a little bit of Anna, aka I work at 89. I think it's 89. When you have numbers on the end of your username, I completely forget what they are. But Anna is great. Can we get a shout out for Anna? Because she is great. She plays a lot of different games. And she's got like a really good completion rate. And she's just like the loveliest person. And she played Fishing Vacation and I picked that up because it was cheap as piss. And because apparently it's quite good. I also got a game called Impasto, which just makes me think of pasta. Oh! Impasto is a first-person horror adventure game inspired by the works and legacy of Francisco Goya, the artist. Thank you. I feel like I should have known that he was a Spanish painter, but I didn't. I don't remember picking that one up, but I haven't. Apparently it's creepy. Paradise Lost? Oh, I think this is the one that was also... Jingle Jam. Underground walking simulator exploration. It's winter 1980. Shumon? Don't know how to pronounce that. A boy raised in a post-apocalyptic wasteland finds an abandoned Nazi bunker. Creepy. I don't know how to pronounce this. It's either Fantarok or it's Fantar UK. Action adventure indie horror, survival horror. Fun. Combines survival horror with adventure and stealth mechanics. Expect true shivers down your spine as you fight for your life, not only facing the dangers of Purity Zero 2 spaceship, but most of all, when you try to get rid of toxins continually destroying you from the inside. Oh, fun. Thank you, Toby, for that. Just for that. That was amazing. I also have the test, which is a little... sort of... it just answers you a lot of questions about yourself and stuff like that, and it kind of tries to creep you out in the meantime. I watched Markiplier play it, and honestly didn't actually pay all that much attention to his answers. I was answering them for myself, so I thought that would be an interesting and somewhat spooky insight that we could do. I also have We Went Back, which I've definitely seen a couple of people play, and... oh, a time-looping horror game in which you wake up in an abandoned space station utterly alone. So yeah, I have like a bunch of games that we could play for what I am calling Horrorfest, but keep forgetting I'm calling Horrorfest, aka Halloween. So, yeah. But yeah, Amnesia, Dead Space, Little Nightmares, or Soma for Sunday, the first day of the Spookfest that I am calling Horrorfest because I love Night in the Woods. And I would just play the day of that is the Horrorfest night, all over again. If I could, but I actually don't know if it's split up into chapters. It might be, but I've also uninstalled it since we played it, so it might have actually completely erased all my progress. I was dead set on doing no cam for a while, but no. How do I look? I know that's a bit of a vain question, but I was honestly convinced I'd have to do like makeup to not look dead, and maybe just today I don't look that dead, but I'm literally just wearing tinted moisturizer. I think it's also because I wear my glasses, or maybe it's not even that obvious on camera, but I get terrible bags under my eyes. But you can't really see them when I'm wearing my glasses, which is real nice. These are so fucking yummy. They do chunky coconut ones with dark chocolate. Absolutely delicious. I need to pick up myself a box of After Eights. I'm looking good. Imagine having bags under your eyes. I think everybody does. I mean, I've always had them. Doesn't even matter what I do. Sleeping more, sleeping less. Hello, Zerek. How you doing? I always have bags under my eyes. I'm looking good on cam. That's good. That's good to know. I'm sure we'll be doing something tonight. Other than just chatting, but can't think of it right now. I'm also trying to find out what to do in Riga over the weekend. I take it that's a place name. Maybe just chill out, go for walks, take pictures. This is some damn good cocoa. It is the capital and largest city of Latvia. Oh! I wouldn't know because I don't go anywhere or look at maps or listen to people. But maybe not the biggest of tourist traps, but you could just tour the back streets, look at all the bookshops. I don't know what to do when people go on holiday. I have been on a proper holiday, but like 95% of the time I've been away anywhere is to visit relatives. So we just end up hanging out at their house and not actually going out much. So I don't really know what people do when they go on holiday. I really don't. I like to go to museums. Ooh, that's good. I went to Newcastle for what turned out to be a terrible reason. But while I was there, I went to the gallery with my dad. That was fantastic. And it was just tremendously good. More medieval, the better. Ooh. Look at what games I've got actually installed. I don't think I'm going to play any more collateral damage. I don't think I am. Because again, it's been one of those games that I played months ago but have had no particular desire to play since. Latvia has some great history. I do enjoy history. It is a fascinating subject. Yeah, collateral damage was really fun, but it was also quite rage-inducing. Which in itself was quite fun, but I'll keep it about. You never know. Might come back to it another time. I got it for the memes, mostly. And we did have a great meme time with it. I mean, geez, it was fun. But me in 3D spaces. Oh, that's the other thing. Hold on. I'm gonna quickly finish this mouthful. I don't know if I want to play Borderlands 2. Because I used to be so good at FPS games. They used to be my jam. I used to be so good at them. But now I play Borderlands 2, I'm just getting frustrated. I'm just getting bored. And impatient, and I'm not good at them anymore. I'm a roguelike girl. I think that's what's happened. So I'll leave it for now on the back burner. And I may entertain the idea of streaming it on YouTube in like the new year. But it is not a priority for me anymore. I'm just not an FPS girl anymore. Which is something that I never thought would happen. They're so good at them. More like Borderlands. I did enjoy it. Well, okay, I'll be honest. I mostly enjoyed Borderlands 1. It did start to drag after a while, but I was still good at FPS games back then. I mean, I was one-shotting those aliens in the last part. Like, fuck me, that was top class. I was good. I was really good. If I do say so myself. But those times are past. I am no longer good at FPS games. And to be honest, I feel like it's been too long since I've played any good roguelikes. I mean, Greedland is fantastic, but it's also been a while since I played that. There is a cat house. Go! Go to the cat house, Scandal. Cats are just the best, and I'm actually finding I might need this because my neck's hurting. But I look stupid. When this thing first arrived, it was completely like concaved on one side, and this was hanging off it like a fucking foreskin. That was not pleasant. I'm glad I just left it and came back to it, and it completely filled out. That's also kind of sexual. Never mind, I'm sticking this thing over it. Why did I buy it in flesh color? I was like, ooh, pale pink, that's lovely. Now, do you mean House of Felines or something else, Candle? I mean, while we're on the kinky subjects of things, my nose fucking itches. Okay. Excuse me. Ugh. I'll show a picture. Oh yes, please do. I love cats. I love my cat. He's like the sweetest boy. But I'm also trying to not hyperfixate on my cat when I have guests. Because it does get a bit annoying. Like, you go to see someone and all they can talk about and point at is their cat. Huh. I gotta say, for a cat house, it seems a bit... Well, it's just this guy. I should probably hide that. Like, is there anything else? It's just this. So, is it not just like an ornament? Does it actually mean there's cats inside? Kitties. Do you love cats? Toby, did you poop? Did you do a poop? Yeah, well, cats poop. But it's a nice building though. Jeez, I thought this thing would be so good for when I'm streaming. Like, rest that well. Okay, this is probably actually another reason why I didn't want to do cam, is so I could use this thing and not look stupid. Why are you the cutest boy? Let me just put that over there. Yeah, he's been like the healthiest little guy. Fuzzy man. Oh yes. Are you in camera yet? There he is. There's the little guy. Who's not that little anymore. Okay, bye. He's still quite little. Like, I don't think he'll ever rival my sister's cat in size. He's freaking gigantic. I don't know if you can hear that. Unfortunately, as a makeshift barrier so he doesn't scratch the wall up, I've got like an old cabinet door that didn't fit on one of the pieces of furniture after I'd actually put stuff in it. So I put that up. It's not fixed to the wall in any way. It's sort of wedged in there between like the wall and the cat tray, the litter tray. And I think the most annoying thing is when he poops late at night and he'll just beat that thing to death. He'll just punch it over and over again, which is a little awkward considering I know how the lower flats are arranged, and below my bathroom is my lower neighbour's second bedroom. So sometimes at around midnight, half midnight sometimes, they'll just hear this strange banging coming from above, and it's my fucking cat punching the wall because he can't quite figure out how to bury his poop with litter yet. Toby. I mean, that's why I had to stop using litter liners, is because he would just scrape the plastic all over the tray, so I'd have to like rearrange it all the time because it got to the point where he'd just pee on the outside of the liner. Or poop on the outside of it. So I had to learn to actually clean the litter tray and stop being so lazy. No, it's not so bad. It literally takes like 10 minutes to change the cat litter tray. I'm thinking, what am I going to do today? Because it's already 20 to 10. I am, however, not feeling terribly tired, which is fantastic. Look, I end up hearing all sorts of noises at all times from my upstairs neighbours. Well, you know what I'm really happy about is that one time I very much accidentally drank almost an entire bottle of brandy. Accidentally, because the more you drink it, the less aware you get. And it wasn't until all of my ice cubes are gone that I realised how much I'd actually drank. And it was 1 o'clock in the morning. I still don't know how I ended up in that hole and then pulled a bookshelf down on top of me. Amazingly, unhurt. Also, amazingly, the police were not called. Also, amazingly, I've never heard anybody mention it, which is really nice. So the Wikipedia says the tradesman who commissioned the house was not granted membership of the trade guild, so he ordered 2 angry cat statues to face the guild's officers just to spite them. That is amazing. That's amazing. I love that. I don't know, I quite like upstart neighbours than upstairs, but I knew what you meant. But yeah, my neighbours here are uncommonly nice. And by that, I mean they haven't complained even once about anything that I may have done or may not have done. Wait, what? So, there's just the kind of energy I have. Yeah, I can imagine that. 2 angry cat statues. That is fantastic. I wonder if they even thought of that as an insult. They probably just thought it was a bit weird. It's like, oh yeah, you remember that guy that we, like, denied membership to? Yeah, he's, like, ordered these weird cat ornaments, and they look real angry. And they're facing us. I mean, also not necessarily wrong whippersnappers that they are. How old are you? What year were you born in? What century were you born in? Hey, Toads. Whippersnappers. No, I'm not judging you. I love old-timey words. Whippersnappers. I can't think of any others at this time because my brain is bleh. That's a technical term. Shakes fist in old. Whirligig. That's a good one. You damn kids, get off my property. Why are you so cute, Toby Wolves? I almost just dribbled excess cocoa onto him. It was funny the other day, I was... Word of the day, okay. Let your internet not go down this time when I'm holding a large old book. Any particular place in the book? Page 743, that's really specific. The book. Oh, it's 643. Still in the 600s. My eyes! My eyes! For some reason my eyelash decided to just hate me there. Okay. Ogle! To look at coquettishly or amorously. To cast amorous or coquettish glances. It's leaning very much into the coquettish and amorous. That's great. Fucking love words, man. Word of the day. Get out the way, microphone. You're embarrassing me. Oh fuck. Embarrassing myself. Coquettish is a great word. It is. There we go. Refresh for the new title if you need to. I think sometimes it just updates itself without a refresh. Sometimes. I've been reading like a lot of classic books lately with like old-timey language, and yet I cannot think of a single old-timey language word. My eye. Fuck's sake. Nice one. We'll come full circle when someone lands us on the page for coquettish. Indeed. What do we want to do? It's nice seeing only 5 games in my incomplete tab in my Steam library. It'll be a while before we play more 20 Minutes Till Dawn because I played that game a lot. JJ is still working through the streams that I played that game. And there are some that I haven't even given him yet. And I'm actually going to check real quick how much, what part we're on the YouTubes, the YubTubs. 61. There are 61 parts. Shit. I feel like ogle has evolved as a word. It does not convey the coquettish to me nowadays. No, when I first looked at it, I was like, oh, that just makes me think of some creep just staring at you. Ugh. Yeah? Where the... Oh, hello. Sometimes it's quite hard to figure out where he is. And sometimes he'll move deliberately, so where he was is where I'll look, but he is there no longer. He's done it again. Hi. Oh my goodness, what a cute boy. Oh, why are you so cute? Don't do that. Cats, man, they're like, tickle my tummy, but also, don't you dare fucking tickle my tummy. Cats. But yeah, I feel like ogle is a word that's evolved. I mean, even when I was a kid, naughty didn't have, like, weird connotations. It just meant you've been a bad child. Now, I can't actually say the word naughty without a slight giggle. Same with dirty. Fuck's sake. Kind of ruining the English language a little bit. Like, why does everything have to be sexual? Or creepy? Or both? Although I'm not sure it's... Well, no, there was definitely a kink for, like, creepy, sexy stuff. No kink shaming. I also think... I always keep thinking that ogle has, like, 2 G's, but it is actually ogle? Or is it ogle? I forget. It's the time we are living in it. Yeah, it is. But, Toby, stop that! Okay, since I covered up and then uncovered and then stop it! Recovered my mirror after he jumped into it like an Olympic swimmer tries to jump into a frozen swimming pool or lake. He hasn't been able to leave the damn thing alone, whether it's covered or uncovered. He just keeps like knocking it around, and I don't really know what to do about that because my cat be fucking weirdo sometimes. Like a very cute weirdo, but a weirdo. Why is my hair annoying me? Be gone, hair. No, I like that even less. Jeez, having short hair is weird. Not bad, just weird. So much easier to manage. You don't have to brush it anymore. Still have to comb it though. One of these days, I'm gonna start a stream with uncombed hair and you'll see what I mean. But then maybe not, because, I don't know, I feel like I'm a bit vain sometimes. I just tied all mine back today. Yeah, I actually, when my hair was long, I had to tie it back. I could not wear it down. If I wore it down, I would constantly, like, run my fingers through it and pull it out. Not in, like, huge clumps, but it was definitely coming out. So... But now I don't have to worry about brushing it, about it tangling, about it coming out. Although, to be honest, it still comes out because I've realised that even with short hair, I now actually can't tie it back. So if my hands are not otherwise occupied, I will be just touching my hair. My friend Fee came round on Thursday last week, and the entire time she was with me, I was just touching my hair. I think it was like a nervous habit that developed after I stopped biting my nails. My hands have to be doing something, and I should not be doing this gesture when I say that. But yeah, I have to be doing something, which is why I can't, like, listen to podcasts or, like, just listen to music and why I find like meditating really difficult, because my hands are just so fucking restless. I need to be doing something with them, whether it's reading, writing. Can't think of anything else except maybe drinking cocoa or other hot drinks or just other drinks. I haven't had orange juice in a while. It's because I've been drinking herbal teas. So I got my mint tea. Got my spiced ginger tea, that's nice. And I do have some turmeric tea, but I have not tried it yet. So I've not had it before, so. But chamomile tea does not taste good. Green tea also does not taste good. So I'm always a bit wary with herbal teas because it's a hit or a miss most of the time. I mean, I tried like, I think it was like a flowery one or like a fruit one once, and it just tasted like soap. I don't want to drink soap. The turmeric tea is fantastic in my opinion. I've heard really good things about turmeric, like it's apparently like a great pain reliever. And my mom, because she's away right now on the mainland, messaged me to say that she's actually picked me up some turmeric capsules, like supplements. So that's really good. And I've been putting turmeric on my food. It's also just a nice spice. It tastes nice. So I should really try the tea. I'll probably do that tomorrow. Why can't I just figure out this stupid camera? Why am I obsessing over it? Why? I don't know. I'm gonna remember to turn this off. It's fine. It's just a bit bright. My eyes are still a bit sensitive. My hearing's still a bit sensitive. I think sensory overload is just a bit more likely now, just as a result of stress and such. I'm very sleepy. And I'm trying to remember if there's actually anything I need to do tomorrow. I don't think so. It's difficult to remember though. I think maybe we won't actually play anything tonight because I can't think, nothing's like jumping out at me for my incomplete list. And I don't want to start another new game. I think I'm feeling a bit, well, it's because we started late as well, so I'm just a bit tired and a little bit flair. Just much flair. I also made the mistake of actually tightening these. Don't know why. Very sleepy. I feel like I did have something else to say, but I'm looking at my list and I cannot. New meds, going over. New schedule, yeah. Going back to basics, yeah. Have a nice death, yeah. Les Mis, Sherlock, yeah. Talked about all that stuff. And on Sunday, next time I stream, I really, really want to stream on Sunday. It'll only be if I'm like extremely under the weather that I won't stream on Sunday. Because I do want to get Harfest going. Although that is something I should mention, is because I did plan with like seasonal schedules and such to like properly get involved in Jingle Jam this year. That is almost certainly not gonna happen. I was gonna like register as a streamer and like fundraise for the charity from this channel, but I just don't think I'm up for it this year. Not with everything that's happened and not with everything that's going on, so. But I will be going through the Jingle Jam theme keys on stream and putting keys of games that I don't particularly want myself in the Discord, and anyone who is a member of the Discord is welcome to them. And of course that will happen maybe December 1st. I'm just going to check what day is December 1st. December 1st is a Friday, so maybe not. No, I'll probably do it on the Sunday. Yeah, I've had a lot going on, especially recently. Yeah, it's just been a lot. It's been a lot. And as much as I would like to, it's going to have to save that. Because I really did want to just go hard on, like, being a streamer. Like, stream as many days as possible. stream as many games as possible, getting involved in as many opportunities as possible, and I'm adding as possible into there, and it turns out that possible is actually a very low bar. Oh no, sorry, a very high bar. Mix my metaphors there. It's a very high bar. And I need to turn that back on simply because the lighting was annoying me. It's fine. Toby, you alright? He's always alright, he's just very cute. It's a burden, isn't it? Cute boy. But yeah, December 1st is a Friday, so I probably won't be streaming then, but I will be on the 3rd. And much like last year, while Jingle Jam is going on, we will just be raiding Yogscast, because that's the best way to, I think, I don't know, drive up awareness that the charity is happening. So, yeah, and Jingle Jam's really good. And I will eventually have a chat command explaining what Jingle Jam is and having our own link, and having a link to it from here during that week. Those 2 weeks, first 2 weeks of December. And I think if I'm up for it on the days that we do stream, I might play some games from the bundle, collection, that particularly strike me, but I don't know. Geez, earlier this year I actually entertained the notion of streaming every single day of Jingle Jam. It was exhausting enough last year when I was only doing 3 days. I used to think I was only doing 3 days. I don't know, my schedule's been very up and down. But I think I am just going to stick to Tuesday, Thursday, Sunday because it works. It fits in with the rest of my week. So yeah. Not sure if we'll be doing Sunday morning streams anymore, but I guess it depends how boring my Sundays end up being. Toby, stop that! Leave the mirror alone! Leave it! I'm wondering. That's what he keeps doing to it. He keeps pulling it forward or pushing it back. If it's one of those ones that's like that, so he keeps pushing it. Which he shouldn't be doing. What are you doing, camera? Yeah. So, even when I've uncolored it, he keeps doing that. So I think I've just kind of... He's always been weird with reflections. Because in my living room and kitchen, it's got, sloping ceiling with, sloping windows in them. If it's nighttime, and I'm in there with the light on, he will just stare at my reflection in those windows. He'll stare at my reflection in the door to my shower. He's just got a really weird thing about reflections. Just wants to say hello to the distinguished gentleman. Most of the time he's actually just staring at my reflection. Because it's he's baffled about how there could possibly be two of me. He's a little weirdo. Very cute little weirdo. Toby, don't think I don't know what you're doing. What is it with you? Also, I wish he would stop being so cute in his weirdness. Toby? Toby? Aww. Cute boy. I am so glad his health is all sorted. I'm so glad. He's just so healthy and happy now. It's weird to think there was ever a time that he wasn't. But it was actually quite a long time that he wasn't. He's my cute baby. It's cold enough now that I'm putting an extra blanket on my bed, and what he likes to do is curl up under that blanket with his little head poking out next to me. It's so damn cute. I got the cutest cat in the world. Oh, I love his sweet little face. I'm wearing... Jeez. The trousers I am wearing... I used to have to wear them with a belt. Not anymore. Ugh. That's weird. So I don't actually feel any bigger or any heavier, but my jeans certainly think so. He does seem very happy considering everything that's gone on. Yeah, and something I've realised that even though I didn't actually talk to the doctor on Monday about OCD, I should have done, but I just got so caught up with everything else. But even without, like, professionally having it diagnosed, being aware of it has been so helpful. Because now every time I have, like, a horrible thought that, oh, what if I poisoned Toby? I can just now go, yeah, I haven't. He's fine. And if I think I've, like, made myself ill, I can just be like, well, if I have, I have. I can deal with it. Doesn't actually matter. Stop fussing. That said, I still wash my hands to a ridiculous degree. I had to go buy more hand cream today. But I'd rather be on the safe side than not, considering everything. But yeah. Like, I can just look at Toby and say he is a little preoccupied with my mirror. But other than that, he's perfectly fine. And even that isn't really a problem. I think he's more just curious about the fact that I covered it up. Although, you'd think after he just dived headlong into it, he'd be able to figure that one out by himself. But as I say, he's a cute boy, but not one of the smart ones. He's a bit silly. What are you doing? He's just sprawled on the floor at the foot of my mirror, like some kind of weirdo. Very cute. Oh, Toby, I love you so much. This little guy who was scared of everybody was nuzzling JJ's hands when JJ came round yesterday. It's very sweet. Oh. I am glad JJ came around yesterday because it was good to have somebody around while I was testing out my new meds. I didn't tell him that because I didn't want him to like feel any undue pressure if anything did go wrong, but it was good just to have somebody to be there. And we watched the extended edition of the Fellowship of the Ring. And that was really good. Although I had to actually guard myself to try and not cry because my head was very sore and I knew if I expended any moisture that I didn't outright need to, I was just going to get a headache. So, but yeah. I love my cat so much. He's just the sweetest little companion. He's so cuddly, and he's very annoying, but he's my favourite. But yeah. So, see how I'm doing next week, but in all likelihood, won't be doing Tuesday, Thursday, Sunday streams until November. We'll stick with the Wednesday at 7:30 and Sunday at 7 for now. That's BST for any of my non-British viewers. And from next stream till the day I next get my hair trimmed, aka Halloween night, we'll be playing scary games. Unless, of course, I completely wimp out and just end up playing, I don't know, another hidden object game or something because I'm a big baby. Toby, don't think I don't know what you're doing. You think just because you can just sprawl there and act like you're going to sleep that I don't know? That's just your way of surreptitiously trying to work your way under my mirror? Stop it. Get out of here. Go on. Such a duplicitous little bastard. Sometimes I wish I had cameras all over my room just so I could, like Five Nights at Freddy's, but for my cat. Just so you could see all the crazy shit that he gets up to. Toby! I think I mentioned that I managed to get another footstool that was much the same design as the one I have under this desk. The only thing about that one is it's not real leather. So I covered it up with like an old shawl because I don't really wear scarves anymore. I just use them as like coverings. And I knotted it underneath, and Toby has managed to just crawl inside the cocoon it made, and I don't know that he's asleep yet, but he's definitely in there. I can see.
Welcome to New York!
I've learned at Toby's. Thank you so much for the 100 bits, Wanted. 5 Nights at Toby's. Yeah, adding that to the adding Five Nights at Freddy's to the list of games that I will never play. Just letting you guys know now, that's never gonna happen. But I'll play like a spoof horror called Five Nights at Toby's, and it's just Five Nights at Freddy's, but with Toby. I'd play that. Holy shit. Any programmers in chat, make a Five Nights at Freddy's fan game where all the animatronics are just my cat. I'll play that. Hand on my heart, I will play that game. That would be amazing. And very stupid. But also amazing. I think I've exhausted something. I don't know, man. Something. Predator. The Predator. Oh, jeez. I'm just remembering in the first one when your power runs out and you just got Freddy's lights and that stupid jingle in the doorway, but it's Toby. Oh, jeez. That would be so silly, but I would play the shit out of that. That would be like an April Fool's. That would be an April Fool's stream, for sure. And I usually avoid the internet on April Fool's Day, and I may yet. But... and I may yet skip an April Fool's Day stream next year, but I would like to, because what I would absolutely love to play is fucking... what is that game? Trombone Champs. I've heard much good and seen much crazy things about that game. I would love to play that game. And I still want to dress up like a bee. Check out my Throne wishlist. I have a bee costume on that I will wear on stream on April Fool's Day. No matter what game we're playing. It'll become an April Fool's Day thing where I just dress up as a bee and play some shit game. Or some great game, like Trombone Champ. I would love to play that game. It just looks so stupid. But fun. And we all need more fun in the world. So I'm just some goofy shitposting fun. And bees are kind of a thing here on this channel. We love a good bee. And all bees are good. Hashtag save the bees. I wonder, is there an actual charity for saving the bees? Because we could do that. We haven't done a charity stream here yet. Because I've never really been sure what charity to go for. But if there's one about saving bees, I'd be up for that. I dress up as a bee. Maybe not necessarily play a bee-related game, because the only one I can think of is I Commissioned Some Bees, and we've already played that. Although that was only 0, there's like 13 more of those, so we could do that too. Man, bees are pretty fucking great. But also Trombone Champ. You know, when I first started doing the streaming malarkey, I never thought that I would do streams that are just pure just chatting. And I used to really struggle with just chatting. Because I'd just run out of things to say, but the trick of it is that you don't think about it, you just talk. You just talk, and words come out your mouth, and sometimes there is a connection between subjects. Most of the time it's tangents, and then that just sums up. I love that I can still do this. This stream right here is proof that I can still do this. Because there was a good period there where I thought that I was done. And I think that's what was depressing me a lot, because I'd already resigned myself to the fact that I'd probably never get like a traditional job again. And in a way I was not sad about that, because it had always been a struggle for me, not even physically but mentally. But getting to the point where I thought I wouldn't be able to do this anymore is devastating. And I think that's like was the main cause of my depression, is thinking that I wouldn't be able to do this anymore. I can always go back to writing, because
I keep saying writing takes a lot of effort, but it really doesn't. It's actually just getting to the point where you sit down with a piece of pen, like paper and a pen, you just do it. And I think the same goes for streaming, but sometimes it doesn't work out. And sometimes you are too tired to actually do it. As a quick check, yes, there are several for saving the bees. Nice. What's the other thing about like doing stuff for charities is figuring out what are the actual good charities and what are like using their funds responsibly and whatnot. And I never know how to check this stuff, mostly because I'm lazy and don't really know where to look. So I would like to do a charity stream for bees, because bees, I love the fact that bees is the sound that they make, kinda. But yeah, I'd love to. Bees are great. Bees are fucking great. Is this actually too far away? It should be up here. I obsess way too much about where that camera is pointing. Like, I'll look at it and be like, you're off by a hair's breadth. But nobody actually cares or notices except me. Because I'm crazy. Sorry, ever since I saw that stupid Batman vs Superman, what was it? Comedy recap? With fucking Lex Luthor? That was not Lex Luthor. Jesse Eisenberg is not a good actor. I don't know why he keeps getting cast in things. He is just Jesse Eisenberg in everything. Even when he was voicing a animated bird, he was just Jesse Eisenberg. Don't get it. I did like his Lex Luthor though, not because it was Lex Luthor, but because he was just fucking unhinged. And it was very entertaining in an otherwise really fucking stupid movie. Makes sense that there would be charities for bees. Bees are great. I love bees. I also love the fact that my Twitter now is 90% just cats. That is like a good place to be at. Is where your Twitter feed is just cats. Cats. Oh, Zerk, it's your birthday! I'm terrible at knowing people's birthdays, but I hope you had a good day, and I also hope you're still here to hear this. You went to the zoo. I think he was talking on one of his streams a while back that he became a member of his local zoo, which is great. He is not Lex Luthor to me, but that's because, let's face it, Clancy Brown voicing Lex Luthor in the Justice League is Lex Luthor. Happy Zerk Day. Can we get a shout out for Zerk, please? Because Zerk is a fantastic streamer, very good at Phasmophobia, very good at Rocksmith, and all around just a really, really nice, fun guy. I need to actually watch Justice League again. I still remember the episode where he and the Flash swap bodies. That was so funny, and I remember he went to the bathroom and was like, well, I might as well find out who the Flash's secret identity is. Pulls off his mask, looks in the mirror and goes, I have no idea who this is. That was some good shit. Huntress is still my favourite. But yeah, please do follow Zerk, he's fantastic. And I'm really, really good at missing my friends' birthdays. Is this because I'm just... I don't know, I just don't go on the internet. Which is a really interesting thing for a streamer to say. I don't go on the internet. Hi guys, on the internet, how y'all doing? How's the internet doing? I don't know. But yeah. Okay, my neck's starting to hurt. Blah. I feel like I had a dream where I decided I was only ever going to raid really big streamers from now on. I don't know why that notion was ever in my head, because that just seems kind of stupid. I mean, it's fine to raid big streams every now and again, but not every time. Come on. What's been happening on the internet? You other folks use? Yeah, I mean, I'm not using it right now. What are you talking about? What do you mean? Should watch the Justice League again. I think I did start it, but I'd also just like, I was fresh from watching the old X-Men animated series, so I think I was just a bit burnt out on animated comic series. And I watched a bunch of Batman shorts, which were just kind of boring, and I was like, why am I watching these? I think it was because a friend of mine recommended them. But honestly, the best thing he recommended to me was his music taste, which is what got me into Queen, actually. Never used to listen to Queen. Queen is fucking fantastic. Love Queen. I think on my birthday I will just play through Night in the Woods again. It really is my favourite game. What, is it possible you need to turn off your autocorrect? I watched loads of the Justice League when I was a kid. It was one of my favourite shows. Me and my brothers would watch it all the time. It was so good. Dr. Fate was fantastic. I think I had a crush on one of the characters, but I can't remember which one. I think I'd have to watch it again, and even then, I'm not certain. You know, my first character crush was one of the Thunderbirds from the old puppet show. I loved him. I don't even remember which one it was, but I loved him. I didn't even care that he was a puppet. He was a great character. Yeah, characters, man. Jeez, I think the best episode of Thunderbirds was the one where they all got trapped in a lab and there was like giant mutated crocodiles or something. That's a very early memory of mine. I used to watch the Thunderbirds, Tom and Jerry, Scooby-Doo. I loved Scooby-Doo. The animated movies were fantastic because, I don't know, the series, it kind of got a bit tired with all the bad guys being human and not actually monsters. So the animated movies, with them actually being monsters, was like, no, this is the good shit. That is the good shit. Oh, you watched all of it but can't remember it. That's fair. I mean, I've watched so much stuff. I mean, I feel like all I do is watch stuff. I got bored of Moss. Mostly because I got to the point where, what's her face, the new Emmy was introduced and she was just like the most obnoxious feminist. And that's not appealing to me. And when one of her lines is, I think women can do anything, that just immediately switches me off because, bitch, no we fucking can't. Anything is a very broad term. No one can do anything. You can do specifics, but not anything. Come on. But yeah, got bored. And I'm a bit tired of, like, every feminist in Morse treating Morse like an absolute twat, because he's not anti-feminist, he's just old-fashioned. That doesn't mean he hates women and doesn't want them to succeed and thinks they should just be in the kitchen making sandwiches. Fuck off. Such an old hat. Such an old blah 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 blah. But yeah, bored. Bored. And I can't seem to watch anything other than murder mysteries, or just mysteries, because now I'm watching Sherlock Holmes. The thing is, I don't actually like a lot of television. Because it's either pointless drama about characters I just don't give a shit about, it's detective shows or mystery shows, or it's fantasy series that I just don't think are actually that good. I mean, I tried watching The Sandman, which was honestly very good, but it also struck me as being extremely pretentious, and when it got to the point where David Doolittle took some poor woman hostage, I kind of lost interest because that shit unsettles me deeply. Also, Gwendoline Christie's Lucifer was extremely disturbing. In a good way. It was meant to be, but I didn't like it. And I think that's actually one reason why I probably won't watch Good Omens. Mostly because I actually just don't really like a lot of Neil Gaiman's stories. But that's just personal. I liked Stardust, that was a fun movie. Mostly because of Robert De Niro. Also, that one dude whose name I've forgotten. Septimus. I can't remember. Mark Strong. First thing I saw him in. Oh, I was there. That was a fun movie. But it's also a movie I've seen too many times, so I gotta leave it like another 10 years before seeing it again.
Adam Buxton is in it too. You see, I love Good Omens because of the Pratchett angle. I don't know who Adam Buxton is. Oh! I think I do know who that is. Do I know who you are? I think I recognize him, but I don't know who he is. He's been on radio with Go. I have not listened to radio in about ever. I thought he was. He's Tim Messenger, and he was Quintus. He was also Bill Krause in the IT Crowd. Easily the best episode, The Haunting of Bill Krause. You bastard! You bastard! That was fantastic. But yeah, I thought I recognized him as Bill Krause. That episode. So good. I need to watch IT Crowd again. Shane, what's his face? Graham Linehan turned out to be a complete cunt. But I feel like IT Crowd is one of those shows that was carried more by the performances. So, I watch it for everybody in it, especially Richard Ayoade. The Gay Musical episode. Yeah, that one was really, really good. I also really like the one with Aunt Irma. I love it when Roy asks Moss, it's like, how do you feel about a big girls' night out? And Moss just goes, how big are the girls? IT Crowd, man. I loved the final episode was really, really good, actually. It was better than I could have expected. But at least I know Adam Buxton's name now. I keep getting a lot of Good Omens stuff on my Tumblr. I think it's because I liked one thing that was tagged with Michael Sheen, so it's been happening a lot, and it seems alright. But I have like an odd sort of view of things that are like overly religious. Some of it works for me, some of it just makes me a little bit uncomfortable. I don't know. Just personal. For some reason, Midnight Mass worked for me. I don't know. I don't know. What is Good Omens, like, genre-wise? Like, I know it's fantasy-ish because of, like, angels and demons, although some people would claim that's not fantasy, including me, technically speaking. But is it, like, a comedy? Drama? Tragedy? I don't know. I also don't have Amazon Prime, so I might never watch it. But I'd like to know what it is going in. So I've actually found that I'm actually very bad. It's less religious than Apocalypse. I don't know if that's better. I don't know if that's better. It falls under comedy. Good. But honestly, what I have seen of it, which is not much, it does seem more comedic, which is good. I can't remember what I was saying. But that seems fairly normal. Look at this cat. This is what my Twitter is now, by the way. If you just want cat pictures and like the occasional photography and funny memes, follow me on Twitter. Because I don't like do anything serious on Twitter anymore, except sometimes complain about fibro and depression. Ignore those tweets though. Look at the cats. The cats are the best part. Look at this little guy. Look at this little guy. Look how snuggly he is. He's got his own blanket. He's got his own little fish pillow. This is my favorite thing that I've seen today. It's just cats, man. Cats are great. Fucking love cats. Oh my goodness, he's so dinky. I just want to curl him up in my arms and give him a cuddle. Which I will be doing later with Toby, I imagine. He's here somewhere, maybe. But yeah, I never thought I'd watch Broadchurch. So I might end up watching Good Omens at some point. I always end up doing that. I would just go, and then in like 5 years I'll watch it.
So I always thought like Broadchurch would be like really edgy and really dark, and while it definitely is quite dark, it's also just really good. And the characters are great, the cast is great, the dialogue is great. I love David Tennant and Olivia Colman's working relationship in that. It's like they're just forced to work together. They're not really friends, but they kind of are. Love it, it's fantastic. Probably will never watch it again though. Because I think it's one of those shows that once you've seen it, you don't need to watch it again. You're not going to forget it. But also, highly recommend. Cats. Why is this piece called A Terrible Fate? This seems inappropriate. That was unintentionally timed. Don't think I ever noticed that before. Is that him again? Yeah, Tennant and Sheen work superbly together in Good Omens. They are both superb actors. I love Michael Sheen. I need to see more things with Michael Sheen in them. And Good Omens may well be on that list. I feel like I've seen too much with David Tennant. But I also feel like David Tennant is one of those actors who is really, really good, but as a result of that, he's sort of like in too much, and therefore I've sort of like like his presence has just become sort of anemic to me. Overused. He's good, but he's overused, and I genuinely. I think the sad thing about David Tennant is he was a good Doctor, but his episodes, bar like a handful, were not good. Season 3 was rubbish. And poor Martha, fucking hell. Season 4 was fantastic though, but most of David Tennant's episodes were terrible. And by the end of his era, I was actually quite glad to see him go. But then I'm over Doctor Who, and have been for a while, and I have zero interest in the new thing, which apparently he's coming back for, so... But then Donna's also coming back. Stop it. I am an old lady now. I don't watch Doctor Who. To be honest, I don't actually watch that much. Which is a lie, because I literally just said, I watch so many things. Mostly I just watch the same things I've seen already. So I've definitely already seen Moss. I've seen a handful of that Sherlock series. A lot of the issues of the series have been mostly writing. Oh yeah, definitely. Like that's what really annoys me actually about Broadchurch, is that it was absolutely phenomenal, and it was written, created, and directed by Chris Chibnall. He is good, but he ruined Doctor Who. For fuck's sake, how did he do that? He is good, he's proved it, but with Doctor Who he fucked it. And Stephen Moffat was overrated. I hated Sherlock. The only good episode was The Sign of 3. The best Sherlock Holmes is Jeremy Brett on the screen. And I've only seen like 5 episodes of that. And the thing is, Russell T Davies isn't that good either. Which is amazing considering he was the best of the 3 who managed Doctor Who. And he still wasn't that good. Even before he was showrunner on W. Christian was really meh at best. Have you seen Broadchurch? It was really good. Which is really annoying. Although his Torchwood episodes were garbage. But I think that's something that JJ pointed out actually, is when a creator is actually given leave to do what they actually want to do, that's when they shine. It's when they're forced into a role that they don't want. It's where they just don't bother because they're not invested. So I feel like Chris Chibnall wasn't a choice, it was a lack of options for Doctor Who. The thing is, Doctor Who should come to an end. Another example of that is fucking Rand Johnson, whose Last Jedi was garbage, and he did not care. He wanted to make a World War II movie, and he was given Star Wars instead, so he shat on it. But then he wrote Knives Out, which was entirely his own beast, and Knives Out was good. Really good. Glass Onion was less so. But Knives Out was really good. Did not expect it to make me cry. It was good though. But yeah, seriously, with creators, let them do what they want to do. Stop forcing them into things they don't want to do, particularly if it's already an existing IP. They're just gonna shit on it. I mean, that was the only instance in which someone not being allowed to do what they wanted to do has resulted in a good thing, and that was literally with George Lucas and Star Wars, because he didn't want to make Star Wars. He made Star Wars because they wouldn't let him make a Flash Gordon movie. And bloody hell. Okay. Yeah, I do recommend Broadchurch. Also, I think I may have mentioned this on stream before, Phoebe Waller-Bridge is in season 2 of Broadchurch, and I was actually quite disappointed her character wasn't in season 3. She can act. That was the first proof I saw of it. Just put people under the right conditions and they will shine. It's finding the right conditions is the hard part. And it's also actually not even that hard. But that's life. Okay, it's 10:30. I've been talking for 2 hours. Not sure how I've managed that. But should probably start wrapping up now. Especially since I actually forgot to take my not my new pills, my IBS. Doesn't matter. Doesn't matter. Did someone spike my drink or did you just I'm as surprised as you are. I looked it up and I saw her in the credits. And I was just like, ugh. And then she actually appeared in the series and wasn't awful. And I was quite disappointed that she wasn't in season 3. Because I liked her character. She did it well. Yep, I did actually say something positive about Phoebe Waller-Bridge. It's nice when I can do that, because there's a lot of actors out there who really do have to earn any compliment that I give them. They have to actually earn my respect, because once upon a time I did not care for Elle Fanning at all. I thought she was overrated. I love her. She is literally the model in my head for Molly in Last Decent Man. I can't think of anybody better who could actually play her, if it ever came to that. Probably won't, but she is Molly to me. Timothée Chalamet. Didn't care about him. Can't even remember what it was that I watched where I think it might have been Rainy Day in New York. Because he was fun in that. And he was great in Don't Look Up. Honestly, for a long time I felt that way about Idris Elba. I'm still on the fence about Idris Elba, honestly. I liked him as Heimdall, but Heimdall was extremely, monosyllabic and not actually in the movies that much. He's one of those actors who was, flavor of the month for a while. I'll be honest, I think Pedro Pascal is the only actor who, impressed me from the outset, but has now actually fallen out of my favour. Mostly because he is flavour of the month now and he is lapping it up. And it's really sad, because he is actually a phenomenal actor. He's phenomenal. And that's actually the thing that really annoys me, is because The Mandalorian is garbage. I enjoyed it initially, but rewatching it, it is just dreck. And they put a man who's, who shines in dialogue delivery. Give that man a monologue, and he will, he will wow you. Give that man a monologue, and they stuck him in a role where he barely speaks. Pedro Pascal is wasted as the Mandalorian. And I hate that is like what got him out there. It's a terrible show. Like, even my parents who don't really care think The Mandalorian is a terrible show. Showing them season 2, that finale, it's just dreck. It's just stupid dreck. For a weird one, I quite liked Idris Elba in The Dark Tower, playing a character that came deliberately rose Clint Eastwood's Man with a No Name. Yeah, I've seen criticism of that. Well, the thing is, I read the first book. It was alright. There were aspects of it that I vehemently disliked, which I believe we already talked about, so I won't delve into them. And I tried watching the movie, but I was just like, you know, this is a movie that, like, tries to cram the entire series into, like, 2 hours. I don't think it's going to be that good, so I'm just going to stop. And also, Matthew McConaughey as the bad guy, and that was weird. Brad Dourif would have been way better. Like, you needed some kind of weird, creepy gremlin man? Just cast Brad Dourif. Love Brad Dourif, he's fantastic. And like, the gunman in that was... I think it was, like, specifically meant to... Going off what somebody else said, he was meant to be a white guy, because there was another character that had a problem with him being white. I don't know if that's actually true, because I only read the first book, and some other guy doing a video on the movie. I mean, Dourif would have killed it. He would. Fucking love Brad Dourif. Like, I was so happy when he appeared in Voyager. I didn't even watch the credits. He just showed up, and I was just like, that's Brad Dourif. I love Brad Dourif. It's a beautiful, beautiful butterfly. Which is honestly probably one of his stupidest roles. But he killed it. Grima Wormtongue. That was the first thing I saw him in, was Lord of the Rings. Jeez, he killed that role too. He kills all the roles. Yeah, one of Rowan's quartet was very anti... Yeah. So it was kind of a pretty big plot point, sort of. And they were just like, oh, let's just cast a black guy. I'm trying to think what Idris Elba has been in, but all I can think of is Cats. I watched that in Kiki's Discord one night. That is a terrible movie. That is a very, very creepy, very terrible movie. Oh my goodness. Oh, never again. Never again. And you know what I've realised? I can't watch anything drunk. It actually makes it worse. I tried to watch The Last Jedi when I was drunk, and it just made it so much worse. The first time I tried watching The Last Jedi, I made it 27 minutes. The second time, when I was very, very drunk, I made it 7 minutes. Can't do it. Drunk doesn't help. So that's your Halloween movie then. Cats? Maybe. Oh, I do want to show you guys Underwater. That's a good movie. Mark's seen it. Put that in my Discord, which is really neat. I love the fact that he looked it up and went to see it. Or went to see it. He watched it, which really made me happy. I love that movie. I'll have to figure out how to get it on. I just gotta get it on TV. I'll figure it out. It's a good movie. Really like it. But yeah. What movies like actually scare me? I mean, The Thing. But I wouldn't be able to watch that even if it was on Discord with other people, because I'm in my flat alone except for my cat. And the amount of existential dread and just pure deep unsettledness that it instills in me, I can't be alone. It would just eat me up. It's a great movie, and that's part of what's great about it, is that it does just so deeply unsettle me. Predator's not really scary. Predator is great, but it does just make me sad because the Predator dies. Spoilers. I love him. He's my boy. Don't kill my boy. AVP makes me sad too because the Predator dies in that too. Spoilers. I love him. I was showing it to my dad and I almost cried. I love him. Scary movies. Don't think y'all have heard of The Disappeared. That was like a British horror movie. Like quite understated, quite not well known. I found it in a charity shop. It's really good. I need to see that again at some point. Like, it's properly disturbing. Oof. Love it. Alex Jennings is in that too. I like Alex Jennings. The first thing I saw him in was Joseph and his Technicolor Dreamcoat, and he played the butler. Oh geez, so many possibilities. I need to actually look at my movie selections. I have a lot. Woman in Black. That one's okay. That one's okay to a point. Mostly that the ghost just gets kind of screamy and it just makes my head hurt. That's not scary, that's just annoying. The Conjuring films, they're pretty good. Although apparently the first one gets a bit screamy. I didn't notice. JJ doesn't like it for that, but I didn't notice. Scary movies. Invasion of the Body Snatchers. I don't think I have that anymore. No, I don't. The Descent. Holy crap, The Descent. I love that movie. I got really into that movie. There's a lot of movies we could watch. Yeah, we could set up doing like a Discord Halloween movie thing. I think people would be up for that. People like scary movies. People love Halloween. Yeah, we could do that. That would be good. Excuse me. How have we been talking for 2 hours and 20 minutes? Well, actually it'd be 10 minutes because the first 10 was just starting screen. I don't usually talk for this long. I mean, there's nothing wrong with that. I mean, I feel like that's progress. But we should think about... It's like, this is every time I have a conversation with my friend Tammy. Like, every time we say goodbye, I end up talking for like 20 more minutes. Which was really awkward that one time she had to go for a bus. It got to the point where I was like, go now, before I start talking more. Turns out I talk a lot. It's actually a pretty good trait for a streamer. So, definitely onto something. And I need to pee, so now's as good a time as any to actually end. And I think we're going to raid Pops, because Pops is cool and he's playing Peppa Pig. I don't know why he's playing Peppa Pig. But, who am I to judge? Alright. I might have that happen. Okay, thank you everybody for coming out tonight. Thank you, Watered, for the resub. 20 months. Thank you for the 10 gifted subs, you absolute lunatic. Only bad video games today? Ooh, that'll be April Fool's. And thank you again, Watered, for the 100 bits. 5 nights at Toby's. Yeah, thank you everybody, it's good to see you all, and I hope you have a great rest of your week. With any luck, we'll be back Sunday, and it's the start of October, so scary games. Scary games. And I'm going to let you guys vote on 4 games. Amnesia, Dark Descent, Original Dead Space, Little Nightmares, or Soma on the day. And I'll have them all installed, so it will just be good to go whichever one you guys vote for. And that will be our Sunday game through all of October. Bye!